Just one serving of oatmeal can contain almost half the daily value of some vitamins and minerals. There's a reason oatmeal has such a good reputation, with hundreds of scientific studies devoted to it. Let's take a look at what will happen to your body if you eat oatmeal every day. If you want to be healthy, put a like and we'll get started. The first and most noticeable effect that oatmeal gives us is the normalization of the gastrointestinal tract. If you have any problems with digestion, then taking oatmeal can solve them. The fact is that oatmeal has a lot of fiber. It is recommended that an adult should consume about 30 grams of fiber every day. So regular intake of oatmeal will give you a pleasant feeling in the area of the stomach and intestines, will adjust its work, and will also be a very good prevention of oncology, that is, colorectal cancer. And if you have problems with constipation, then, using oatmeal, this problem can be forgotten for a long time. The next beneficial effect of oatmeal on our body is to reduce the likelihood of cardiovascular disease. Oatmeal both revitalizes our heart and blood vessels, and at the same time it lowers our cholesterol. This dual and all-purpose action is due to the presence of a substance such as beta-glucan, which helps lower blood cholesterol. It is also high in fiber, which also helps in lowering cholesterol. It also contains linoleic acid, which reduces triglycerides. Moreover, oatmeal contains special fatty acids that help our circulatory system. And oatmeal contains magnesium and potassium, two of the most beneficial minerals for our cardiovascular system. They're great for lowering blood pressure. So it's not even a coincidence that crafty manufacturers and marketers draw heart logos on some oatmeal packages and write something like "recommended by cardiologists, good for your heart." Of course, it's advertising, it's a lure, everything is clear, but there is some truth in it. That is, it's not a hoax, it really is. Regular consumption of oatmeal revitalizes our heart and blood vessels. The next point is the effect on our skin. Oatmeal is recommended for many skin conditions, including dermatitis and eczema and so on. This is due to the fact that it contains special micronutrients. In particular, zinc will help to open pores and rejuvenate the skin, iron will moisturize and renew the skin, manganese will help to eliminate swelling, and magnesium, which I already mentioned, will normalize blood circulation. So, if you have skin problems and you've never had oatmeal, try eating it regularly. It is quite possible that in as little as a month you will notice a very serious change in the mirror. The next point is the micronutrients as well as antioxidants that are found in oatmeal. And about them it is worth saying really separately, because antioxidants allow us to fight oxidative and inflammatory processes in our body. This contributes to the prevention of many diseases, prolonging life and improving the quality of life. Oatmeal contains B vitamins, it has vitamin PP, also, incidentally, very useful for our skin. It also has a lot of calcium and phosphorus, as well as magnesium, potassium and iron, which I have already mentioned. Oatmeal also has an important antioxidant like vitamin E. Moving on, there is a very important thing to mention. The fact is that we all know very well, there is oatmeal in the form of Hercules, that is, the one that needs to be cooked for 20 minutes. There are quick oatmeal, which is cooked for 35 minutes, and there is instant oatmeal, which is cooked, literally, in 1 second. Pour boiling water, and the porridge is ready. Which one is better? Of course, unequivocally better is whole grain oatmeal, the one that is afraid to cook for a long time, from 20 to 40 minutes. In general, whole grain cereals are a healthier food than processed ones. What are quick and instant oatmeal? These are processed cereals that have gone through a certain grinding process. There is a whole grain, but it has been ground and processed in such a way that the whole fiber and many other beneficial micronutrients have gone out of it. So it turns out that industrial-scale factory-processed oats are delivered to store shelves in the form of flakes, instant cereal and sachets. There will be quite a bit of pure starch in there, which is actually useless and just represents calories. Plus there is a solid dose of sugar, and may also add flavor enhancers with flavorings. So, the principle here is this: the longer oatmeal has to be cooked, the more benefits it has in it. And the more instant, the worse it is. So with instant oatmeal, which is cooked in 1 second, never mess with it at all, don't eat it. It's just pure calories, starch, and sugar. Quick oatmeal, which boils in 35 minutes, such an intermediate between instant and normal. But the most optimal, of course, there is whole grain oatmeal, which is steamed for a long time. Separately, it is worth telling about the glycemic index. The fact is that if we take the native, all whole grain, its glycemic index is low, about 40 units. The glycemic index is a measure of how much blood sugar rises. That is, sugar has a high glycemic index, while cabbage, for example, has a low one. Accordingly, for a healthy diet, the lower the glycemic index, the better, and foods with a high index is better not to eat at all. This is why it is recommended to give up sugar. If the native whole grain oatmeal has an index of 40, then in instant porridge and cereal that we buy in supermarkets, it can vary from 60 to 80. And the whole point is that sugar is added there, and it is also a polished product, where all the fiber has gone out, leaving one starch with a high glycemic index. The bad thing is that the high glycemic index provokes the release of large amounts of insulin. Abuse of such foods can trigger type 2 diabetes. It also causes weight gain, obesity, premature aging, permanent microinflammation in the body, and contributes to cardiovascular disease. So the healthiest option is to buy whole grain oatmeal. More information on this topic you will find on our channel. Subscribe, please put a like and watch these useful videos. We look forward to your comments.